Hello, hello.
Hello, and welcome back to Idiots Talking Candidly. I'm Marcus, and this is Dallas, and we have a guest star today. Welcome, Jesse.
Hey, what's up, guys?
How you doing, man?
I'm all right. Uh, could be better, I suppose, but
Same. I worked today.
You-
fuck. Ugh.
So,
I only worked a half day today.
lucky you, lucky you.
Today, we are talking about movies and TV shows today on the podcast. Our favorite ones, our least favorite, different genres, maybe a little history on movies.
I'm
Oh,
here, so we got to talk about history.
Excuse me.
Oh gosh, we're underprepared as usual, but that's okay. I promise we'll make it through here with no casualties.
When has everything?
Maybe a few casualties along the way. I don't know. Jesse might die. We'll see.
When has anything ever gone 100% planned when it's 100% planned? You know what I mean?
That's
Oh,
very
yeah,
true.
that's why it's like 25% planned as of right now. Um, to start us off, we can start off with our movies. What are your guys' favorite movie genres?
Genres?
Yes.
Genre.
For me, probably like I don't know, probably just comedies or something like that. It depends. Like I'm to be honest, I'm not that big of a movie watcher. I'm more of like on Netflix I would watch like a TV show or something like that. And
Television.
not saying that I
Yeah.
don't watch movies, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Like movies are more for I feel like they're a bigger commitment when you start them because you're like, "Oh, I have to fucking bang out 2 hours
2 hours.
or something
Yeah.
like that." And TV shows just like, "Oh, I can spend 20 minutes watching this episode."
You could also argue that like TV shows would be more commitment because not only are they like 30-40 minute increments, but you've got like 12 seasons that you got to commit to.
I mean,
Or if
yeah.
it's like a regular show that comes, like a show that comes on every week, then you have to like
Wait.
dedicate 30 minutes every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to sit down and watch this television show. Now, if Netflix made it real nice because you don't have to do that. You
Yeah.
could just watch it whenever the fuck you want. But like cable television is typically like, ooh, this
That's
is
also the
dropping
big I
Friday.
feel like people don't really watch besides like older people. They don't watch cable anymore, you know? Everything's on Netflix or Hulu or
Our internet
whatever.
plan that we pay for, we have to have cable just for Jessica. She's the only person that watches live TV in this house. Like, I'll watch it with her sometimes, but it's typically just her. I'm always on like Hulu, Netflix, or like YouTube, watching YouTube videos.
That's
Well, your wife is an elderly woman.
Yes,
probably
she's
mainly
older
where I
than
get
me,
my
so.
entertainment.
My favorite genre.
Wrong.
Nobody likes the same genres. What did you say, Jesse? You said comedy?
Comedy.
Yeah, like
That's one of my
comedy or
favorites.
like kind of I do like I guess they can be considered like action movies too. Like
Action movies.
just something that like fucking keeps my attention, you know?
Yeah.
Like I don't want to fucking
So
drone on.
comedy movies, I would probably say for me, because not like comedy movies, but like comedy specials, like Kevin Hart.
Oh, like stand
Are
up.
those
Yeah, like stand-up
movies?
comedies. I would. That's a fucking movie, like a Netflix
I would-
original.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would feel like I'd feel those are considered movies. I mean, you would call them specials, like stand-up specials, but I feel like you could still call them movies.
My,
Like you can call anything a movie in that point, you know.
I mean,
Yeah, I get
technically, this
anything over
podcast
2
could be a
hours.
movie. I mean, it's got visuals.
Hey, our
And
podcast
it's
is
2 hours
movie.
long. Thank you, man.
The other, I would say it's
Yeah.
so if comedy was not the thing that I'm watching, it's definitely going to be something like sci-fi actiony. Kind of the same thing that you said, Jesse. Like it just needs to catch my attention. The
Yeah.
last podcast that we did, we were talking about like horror, And there's like a couple of horror movies that I've watched that I've enjoyed, but for the most part, I don't enjoy horror movies. They don't really like scare me. They did when I was a child, and like some like creepy, like scary YouTube videos creep me out more than a horror movie.
Yeah.
Like you see like those YouTube videos of like, oh look, Obama's a fucking lizard or something like that, or like some weird shit like that. Like that creeps me out because I'm like, no, it doesn't scare me, but it creeps me out, and I'm just like, oh shit.
Like this is real. He has evidence.
Like that stuff creeps me out, but like watching Paranormal Activity, like if I watched that now, I wouldn't be afraid of ghosts. I wouldn't be afraid of demons. I'd just be like, it's a movie. I'm not really scared. But you watch like a YouTube video of like a ghost in action and there's like a demon or something, like that creeps me out. I'm like, oh shit, that was a demon because it was uploaded on YouTube and it's not a movie.
I feel like it's because of like where it's posted.
Yeah.
It like maybe if something, well, I don't know, like Paranormal Activity, like again, most ghost sighting things or videos like that, like even if it's like a TV show or something, I feel like maximum it could be like 30 minutes, like a 2 hour long thing of like, oh, this one particular ghost has been haunting this house.
Yeah.
And it's like it's a 2 hour event. It's like this is kind of no, it's not believable, you know.
That's why I prefer with horror movies. I prefer like a monster, you know.
What do you mean, like a monster?
Not like a ghost. So like a monster, like
Freddy
like
versus Jason or something?
A visible threat.
Yeah, it's like a visible threat. So like Friday the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
There's a monster, right? Now those movies aren't scary; they're more cheesy, and I love cheesy horror movies. But I would say like
you have not seen
what's
the
that fucking
original oh god, I can't think of what it is now. We talked about it the last podcast too. Dude, I'm having a brain moment right now. What was the cannibal?
Huh?
What was the cannibal?
Leatherface.
Leatherface. Yeah.
Oh.
That original horror movie scared the shit out of me. The sound effects and everything when he beat that dude over the head with the hammer. Dog, I like shit myself, and I was 18 years old watching that. I was like, what the fuck? That looked realistic. I'm pretty sure somebody definitely just got punched in the back of the head by a hammer.
But those to me are more unsettling than scary.
Yeah, I guess that's a better word for it, unsettling.
See, I guess that's where, like, especially with me, like, it probably sounds psychotic or something, but like, nothing really like unsettles me or anything like that. Like, I don't get grossed out. I don't get like, I don't know, intimidated or whatever.
You're telling me if you looked up in the sky and saw the sky ripping apart, you wouldn't shit?
Probably not. I'd probably just be like, damn, that sucks. No, maybe it would be different in real life, but like I remember, I don't know, stuff just doesn't really affect me. Maybe just because I am psychotic. I don't know.
You are definitely psychotic.
I remember one time in school. I don't even know if you were in the gym class or like if you were there one day.
Mm-hmm.
I think we had the same gym, but some girl had like a fucking seizure. And she just like fell over and just started like, and everyone's just like flipping out, and like they're like, "Who do we call? Like, call 911 to get a teacher." And like, everyone is flipping, and they're like all the girls are screaming. I'm just standing there. I'm like, dude, stop! Like, she's gonna be fine. Like, the kid behind her caught her. The teacher is already over there.
Right.
Someone's getting the nurse. Like, you guys are fucking dramatic.
Now, would it be?
Huh? Oh, but like I remember all the other, like, I forget who it was, but I was telling him, I was like, Jesus Christ, they're flipping out. And he was like, yeah, wouldn't you be? And I'm like, I mean, I would if maybe I was put like directly in the situation, but like from afar, I'm like, no,
like
this
a
is
bystander.
Fine. It's being handled. There's no reason for me to panic. It does nothing.
I mean, that's kind of fair. I can understand that.
But trying to associate it to like horror movies and stuff like that, like it's one of those things where I feel like to probably get a better grip on like the horror aspect and the scary stuff, you have to put yourself in the position of the character in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I just never do that. I just like always watch it as like, this character is going through something, not I'm going through something.
You're looking at it as you're a bystander, just like you were when you watched the girl have a seizure. You're like, I'm in no immediate threat or danger. This doesn't pertain to me. Therefore, I'm not scared.
Yeah. But I also feel like, and maybe just me, but like I don't think I would really be that much different if I was in the immediate situation.
That's fair.
But
Now, in that sense, do like horror games scare you?
I've never really played a horror game. I will admit though, the one time that something actually like really fucking got me playing a game was Bloodborne, and I was going through trying to do some of the chalice dungeons, and like most of the enemies in the game kind of have like a set speed or like a certain like move or attack they do or whatever.
Mm.
And I would say almost like 90% of the enemies, like they're not all the same obviously, but they all have like the same speed or same kind of whatever. And I was walking through the chalice dungeon and there was an enemy I haven't seen before, so I kind of just like walked up to it normally, and it fucking like sprinted at me. and it had like a fucking sword or whatever, and whipped it up, and I like physically I've revolted. I was like, what the fuck? That was the only time anything like that has ever got me.
Did you see what Jessica said in the chat, Marcus? She said the first seizure I saw made me cry for 2 class periods. Oh shit!
I saw a seizure recently.
From who?
Yeah, Marcus did.
My coworker, his name's Zach. He I don't remember what happened, but he was in Bay 1, and all of a sudden,
Oh, it happened at work. I didn't catch on.
their trailer guy ran over there. His name's Cody. He came over. He was like, "Hey, we need help right now, right now." And I go over there, and dude's just on the ground, like,
It's so. I've never
just
like
like-
seen one, but from what I hear, they're wild.
yeah, it was freaky. And like we had
Does
to
that
pull
look
his
bad?
mask off because he was wearing his mask, and the gun was like the wash gun was like underneath him and shit. That shit.
And there's like
Trip me
certain
up.
things you have to do too. Like you have to like put them on their side.
Yep. Put them on their side
that
so they
other
don't
shit.
throw up and aspirate. They took his mask
Don't-
off so he didn't aspirate and just throw up.
And you don't put your hand in there to try to hold his tongue because he'll just fucking bite your fingers off.
Yep.
Shit's crazy.
Okay, guys, we've been live for less than 20 minutes and we've already been sidetracked.
That's okay.
Yes,
We're allowed to. That's the point of a podcast.
that is true.
Yeah, exactly.
So movies, right?
Yeah.
Marcus, you never told us your favorite genre.
Horror
Horror.
or action or comedy.
Okay,
Like,
so
literally all your
we
guys'
can all
stuff.
agree. Like, okay, so we all pretty much have the same taste. That explains why we're friends.
But what's your favorite-
I would leave the fucking Discord.
Hey, there's some that are good. Some of them you just gotta. I don't know. You just gotta be in the mood for them.
Okay,
Can you guys name a favorite movie, like a singular movie?
I have 2.
Because I can, but I know that's a hard question. I was wondering if you guys had an answer.
I'm gonna go last because mine's gonna cause arguments.
So
Don't fucking say 8 Mile.
I'm gonna say, well, my
Oh
2
shit.
favorite movies. I can't pick between the Toy Stories, but Toy Story is one of my favorite movies.
Mm-hmm.
And Step Brothers.
Okay.
I hate him. I hate him so much.
Why not? What's wrong with Step Brothers?
Nothing, but you choose out of every single movie. You're like, Step Brothers
Yeah,
is my all-time favorite movie.
Think of any other movie, and that movie's fun.
of
And I can
agree.
watch it over and over again.
I kind of agree. Like, if you, I don't know, when you think of favorite movie, you think of, I don't know, fucking The Green Mile or Shawshank, like something that has like a fucking purpose
Yes,
in
exactly.
its film. And he's like, yeah, Step Brothers, because it made me haha.
I mean, there's no movie. Okay, if you want me to think of a movie that like gave me
What's a movie that has affected you like prolonged?
prolonged affected.
Mhm.
Fuck, man, that's hard because like every movie that's affected me has been a children's movie, and I don't want to look like an absolute buffoon.
What do you mean a children's movie?
Look, Inside Out.
I've
Or,
never seen that.
Well, I mean, those are Disney or Pixar, but like, yeah, they're aimed towards children, but they still have some shit to them, you know.
Yeah.
Like, have you watched Soul?
Dude, I've been needing to see
I have
that.
on
It's on
Soul,
Disney
but-
Oh,
Plus.
it's so fucking good.
That those movies, like Pixar movies in general, like stick with me. When you talk about like Shawshank Redemption, The Green Mile, the only movie I can really think of is like I really liked Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
That's a good one.
I like that one. Oh, Inglorious Bastards, one of my
Very
faves.
good one.
Those are like cinema, like classics. My favorite movie that I can sit down and just watch any time of the day, any day of the week. It has to be a comedy or a Pixar movie because I have to be in the mood for those sorts of classics. You know, I have to be in the mood to like sit down and watch like a 2.5 hour, 3 hour like masterpiece because I need to like sit down and like actually pay attention. If I check out of Step Brothers for like 25 minutes and I come back, I'm just like, oh, it's this part. Haha, dude. If I check out of Inglorious Bastards, I might as well turn the movie off.
Yeah,
know?
but that's because you've seen Step Brothers so much.
Well, exactly. That's the thing. That's why it's one of my favorite movies because I've seen it enough that it's one of those things I could just throw on in the background and
Yeah.
watch it a little bit. I can get up and like, play with Atticus a little bit. Those other movies are such like a time sink because I have to pay attention to know what's happening. But it just feels, like they aren't like not my favorite movies, but they are really, they can't be my favorite movie because of that reason.
I see.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
I feel like we're on that and we're complete opposites. Like literally, because so my favorite movie is Interstellar.
Oh, fuck. Damn it. Why didn't I put that down? That's a good movie.
My favorite
Never
movie
seen
of all
Interstellar.
time is Interstellar.
You've
It
never
hits-
seen Interstellar?
It hits
Dog.
every point that like I have of things that I like. Like it just hits it on the nail.
So not to spoil it, but like that ending scene where everything just came like not the ending scene, but like towards the end when everything came full circle and it just started connecting all the dots. I had to pause the movie because my mind was just blown. I was like, "There's no fucking way. There's no way that they did that. There's no way that they made the movie just bam, 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 bam. Like, oh my god, it was so good."
There's a couple points in the movie where I had to like sit there and think for a second. I was like, oh, okay, this is how it happened or whatever.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing about the movie too is that obviously there are some things that we don't know about space. Like one, you can't just fucking go into a black hole and like survive.
Right.
And then two, you can't like obviously they tried their hardest, but you can't visualize a fourth dimension.
That was a really good interpretation of it too, though.
It was though. I did like it for what it was, and then like, but.
The scene that was the craziest, I would say even more crazy than that one, sorry to interrupt, but it's when they're on the planet and the time is different.
Oh, the water planet?
Yeah, that just kind of like blew my mind too, because you don't think about things like that because we think that time is just linear and everybody shares the same time.
That's because we're on the same planet.
Right. And so the fact, I mean, it's a little bit of a spoiler, but like, I don't know if I want to say it all, but like,
You probably really spoiled that movie.
Maybe you
for me,
should,
remember?
because that is kind
I
of
probably
like
have.
it's a big point in the movie of where
Yeah.
like it shows what the effects of them doing what they're doing out there does.
Pretty much without spoiling it, time on the planet is slower than time on like outer space and like Earth. And like something happens and it's absolutely like crazy. I would agree with you. That's a cinematic masterpiece right there.
I 100% like my favorite scene maybe ever, I don't know, is the docking scene in that movie
What
where
happens then?
I think his name is Dr. Mann maybe, or maybe that's the girl's name, I forget.
Was
But
it
he
Matt
goes
Damon?
onto the yeah. He goes onto their ship and he doesn't get the airlock right and it explodes. And so it starts spinning around and
Yep.
like the entirety of that scene is like pretty much the purpose of the movie. Like summed up into that little 9-minute like scene and
Wait, I don't think I remember that scene.
it's so he is on one of their ships, I forget, but he has to go back to the what is it called? I forget what the station's called. I think it's called like the Expedition or something like that. But it's spinning out of control because it was just blown up and it's entering like something's atmosphere, so it's also being pulled. But
Oh,
he
I
goes up to
remember
it
that.
and while it's spinning, he matches the speed with the like home base or whatever the fuck it's called. But just like everything about that scene is like perfect. Especially, I mean, I fucking love Hans Zimmer. He's a musical genius.
Yeah,
But
if the movie doesn't have good, a movie can be shit just because of the music. You could have a great movie, and if it doesn't have the right music, you just throw the whole thing away.
100%. But what was I gonna say? But like I've seen a couple like behind the scenes things of that movie, and I think the coolest part is like most of the shit is practical and like real, and it uses real science. And they had I think like NASA's top scientist in that like field uh be on set with them to make sure that the science was real and this shit made sense. And the very beginning part of the movie where they fly past a black hole where they fly past a black hole, that's a real visualization of like what we can understand what a black hole looks
Well,
like.
yeah, so that was something that we probably should have talked about during the space episode, but like
Yeah.
every image of a black hole that we had up until I think it was like last year or the year before was
I think it
all
was the
just
year before.
like a guess, like a visual guess. And then it turns out all of the guesses are correct. And what we thought a black hole looked like is literally what they look like.
Yeah, like they used like real serious math to like kind of calculate that shit, and they visualized it in Interstellar. And then I don't want to say that was like the first time they did that or whatever, but probably in a big scope like that.
Dude, and when he
But
started
then
like going into it and the vision started getting all crazy, I was like, dude, this is so sick.
but and
Mark is like,
even the part where they're docking and he has to spin around, and he obviously
They're
the G
docking.
forces is just so fucking like intense. But even I think they interviewed like a pilot that uh who obviously they experienced G forces and all that stuff, and he's like, they asked him, is that feasible? Like, would it, obviously you would probably pass out with that much G forces, and he's like, most people yes, but some pilots have been known to just like they don't know why, but they're just like they can just fucking handle it.
yeah,
And like especially in situations like that, it's like they can just take on a million G's and like still be conscious. And I'm like,
that's
even
crazy.
that, like it seems like it doesn't make sense. And obviously Matthew McConaughey probably wouldn't be able to, but uh even
No,
shit
he's a
like that,
trained professional.
it's like there's a chance that it's still real, you know. But here's the kicker about my favorite movie being Interstellar. I don't think, at least until maybe the way foreseeable future, I don't think I'll ever watch it again.
Why?
I've only ever seen it once because I have this weird fucking thing. I the only other time I've done it is playing BioShock Infinite, but the very first time I did it, it was like perfect, and all the
And you don't
memories
want
I
to
have
ruin it.
with it, yeah, all the memories I have with it are the memories that I want to keep with it. I don't want to add other ones on there.
See, you and Marcus kind of have the same thought there because me, I don't care if my experience with something. Dude, listen, I still listen to fucking the Slim Shady LP and the Marshall Mathers LP almost daily. I don't get burned out on shit like that. I've beaten Jack and Daxter at least 50 times. I've not gotten burned out on that game. Right? I've watched Infinity War like 50 times. Dude, I still get fucking sad when the
Bruh.
fucking ending part happens. That shit
When
gets me hype. And I know because we're gonna have an argument when I talk about my favorite movie, but like, dog, I could sit there and just watch things over and over and over again, and it doesn't ruin the initial experience for me because the first time I saw that movie, I still know exactly how I felt, exactly how everybody was in the movie theater, you know, freaking out, everybody gasping. To me, it doesn't like ruin that initial experience. It almost like adds to it because I don't feel the same way watching it the second or the third time.
Mhm.
But maybe after not watching it for a while and I watch it like on a time where it's been a minute since I've watched it, and it hits me again, and I'm like, oh shit, like I kind of feel a little bit of the same feelings that I did when I was doing it. Why do we keep doing this? Why do we keep doing this?
I'm just holding a pen. So
It's really bothering me.
it's because I'm waiting for you to finish.
Oh, go ahead.
I can.
Mine's bigger.
No.
Damn.
Like, here's the thing. Okay, so for me, anyway, when I watch a movie, see, Jesse said when he watches a movie and he has a good time watching a movie, he doesn't want to watch it again because the first time through, he's like, "That's perfect."
That's just with Interstellar. All other movies, I would probably watch again.
Oh,
But
okay.
continue.
Not me. So with me, how it is like,
Loser.
it's like, so music and games are different for me. I don't know why. And it depends on the game. If the game was average, I probably won't even finish it. Right? So like a single player game, for example, like Cyberpunk, to me it was an average game. Okay? And I got pretty far into the campaign and I was just like, I'm done with it. But movies, I watch them like once, right? And then unless it's a Pixar movie or like I said, a comedy where I can like Pixar movies, I'm okay with the time sync. Comedy movies, I can check out whenever the fuck I want. I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
But like any other movie where I have to like donate time to it, I can't bring myself to want to watch it.
Dude.
Now you could sit me down and I'll watch it, but I'm not gonna enjoy myself. I'm going to not have a good time.
I still to this day, when I'm bored and I'm just chilling on the couch, I will put on an old Vsauce video that I've watched like 80 times and watch it again.
Same shit. If I'm bored and like even I'll even watch it, but most of the time it's just like background noise. But
Yeah.
I'll put on some old ass fucking like Uber Haxor Nova video or some shit like that, and just like listen. They're just background noise.
I can't. I don't know what it is about me, but like in books are the same way.
You read? Just kidding.
But like
Understand English? What the fuck?
even videos, even TV shows. TV shows get a little bit more leeway. Like if a repeat of a show comes on and it's like a cable show. You know what I mean?
Like rewatching like an episode of like The Walking Dead or like Family Guy or Rick and Morty or like Pokemon or something.
More like Family Guy, Pokemon probably. If like a rerun of fucking Live PD happens and they're watching it and I see it, it'll catch my attention and I'll know what happens, but I'm just like brain dead watching it. But typically, no. Like with The Office, I love The Office, right? It's not my favorite TV show of all time.
Oh,
but I love The Office. And I can't rewatch it. I hear all these people like, "Oh, this is like my 10th time watching The Office." Oh my god, I'm so random and cool.
That's my brother. My brother watches nothing but The Office. Just it goes from season 1 to season whatever the end is, and then just goes right back to one.
Those people put it on when they go to sleep, and they're just like, "I will go to sleep listening to The Office." It's like, no. How annoying that is.
I think it's an age thing too, because I used to do that with Family Guy, and I used to put it on like when I would go to sleep too.
Yeah, like when I was younger and I had my TV in my room, I'd turn it on like Disney Channel or Nickelodeon or something and just fall asleep, wake up and watch a couple episodes of George Lopez or something, and then go back to sleep with the TV running in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know about it, you know? And like movies are the same way. I mean, like I said earlier, the movies that I would consider like some of my favorite movies, like Inglourious Bastards or Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? I can't just sit down and watch them again. I don't know why.
I couldn't watch those movies a single time. They sound fucking boring.
You've never seen Inglourious Bastards? It's about killing Nazis. That sounds like up your alley.
I've never seen it. I'm sorry.
Marcus, I've seen it. I love the bar scene, and especially the giveaway of this and this. Oh, so fucking
I'll take 3 or whatever the fuck it was, and they were like,
I think he did this and the other way is to do that.
Yeah, and they go like this, like 3, because they count 1, 2, 3, 4 in Germany.
I didn't catch it at
And
all
then
until they literally said it next scene. They were like, "You're a fucking idiot. You didn't do
Yeah.
it the right way."
Yeah,
Well-
that shit was crazy.
So, my favorite movie is going to cause controversy. It's 8 Mile. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, dude.
No.
Not. Wait.
8 Mile
This
is
might
a
be
goated
offensive.
movie, though.
You just like the sex scene in it.
I just like the fucking.
I like seeing Eminem's ass cheeks.
I do, dog.
Marshall Mathers.
I
booty.
rewatched the "Without Me" music video over and over again on that part where he sets the fucking cheeks on the dude. No. My favorite movie of all time, and it's a recent movie. And I'll explain why it's my favorite movie. It is Infinity War.
I will say I do like Infinity War over Endgame.
Yes. I'll tell
think
you.
it's the better out of the two. I like Endgame as a fan more,
Yeah.
obviously, but Infinity War as a movie is way better. I think Infinity War, especially right now, is like the penultimate fucking superhero movie.
I can agree with that. I will tell you why I like Infinity War. So
I'm trying to get my camera to focus.
I figured that's what you were doing, but you were using like a pencil and it was just like, I couldn't understand.
Yeah.
So
Aim it down so you're the center of it.
the reason why I think Infinity War is my favorite movie is because obviously, like, I love the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe, right? And excluding Endgame, because Endgame could just technically be like Infinity War Part 2, really. That movie was like the culmination of the past like 8 to 9 years of all the other Marvel movies, right? It was like the final piece. It was like when you watch Iron Man 1 through 3, when you watch Captain America, Thor, the first Avengers, you watch them all in order. That movie is like the cherry on top, right? It's giving you everything that has been building up over the years. I also like it because it's not like a typical a superhero movie, right? Where the good guy wins. The heroes lost. And
I remember walking out of the theater like I had always wanted something like that. Like I just wanted a fucking Power Rangers episode where it's like Power Rangers get the dog shit beat out of them and like that's it. It ends.
And
like that's how the movie ended. You're like, dude, Spider-Man just fucking died.
So-
and I want to cry.
something about that, and I'll say, like, I'll kind of tie it into The Walking Dead too. The Walking Dead, like, when I was watching that when I was younger, I'd never read the comic books at that point in time. When they killed off Shane, when Rick and Shane started having like problems together, and Shane ended up dying, that blew my mind because I thought that the two main characters were Rick and Shane, and I've never watched a TV show where like a main character dies, right? So that, to me, at least in my opinion, kind of like goated The Walking Dead at that point in time because I was like, I've never seen that before. Well, it's the same thing with Infinity War. You have all these heroes, the heroes lost, and you have all these heroes dying. And yeah, there's like a comic book about it that happens, right? Like in the comic book, they have like the X-Men and they've got the Fantastic Four. This is like something new, right? Like they don't have a comic book that exactly matches this, right? So you don't know who's going to die. You can do that for the most part in most movies, like not really movies, but like for instance anime. You read the manga and then you watch the anime. There's like a little bit of differences, but it's for the most part like the same thing. With Infinity War, there's like I said, there's the comic book that goes with it, but the comic book is nothing like the movie. When you watch that movie, you don't know if Captain America's going to dissipate, you don't know if Spider-Man's going to, you don't know who's going to die. And you don't know how permanent it is because at least me, I'd never read the comics, so I don't know if they can even be brought back. I don't know if they were just going to kill them all off and bring in, like Miles Morales or something like that, because that seems like something that Marvel would do. So that, to me, it goated that movie. And like I said, I've watched Infinity War. I have it downloaded on my phone. So if I'm like out and there's no internet, I can just watch it. It's one of those movies it's so good, and I think it's like the perfect movie. Now, with that being said, Endgame is really good too. However, I'm not a fan of watching a movie for like 3 hours. And I think there were some parts that were just like a little too fast and a little drawn out. But like, yeah, Infinity War, top tier movie. One of my favorites. I go back to it all the time. Some other movies that are like up there, right? Like I said, 8 Mile, Friday. And Friday is really only because of Jeremy. Because like Jeremy kind of goated that movie for me, downloading it on my PlayStation and us fucking watching it.
That was
Every single night.
the
Yes.
very
Before
first
bed.
time I had ever seen Friday was when we were all hanging out, and I for some reason like woke up at like 2:30 a.m. and I think it was like you had watched it, but the screen was still on, and I was like, I've never seen this movie, so I just watched it until like 4 a.m.
Yeah, and it
then
was
went back
on my
to sleep.
PlayStation, so you could just keep watching it if you wanted to.
That's what I watched it on, I think.
Yeah. I would also say 2 more would be like Bug's Life, because that's one of my favorite Pixar movies, and fucking Toy Story. And the only reason why I say Toy Story
Toy Story, my fucking
is
favorite.
because we made it a meme.
But who hasn't at this point?
I know everybody has made it like an inside
every
joke.
line.
But-
Even my friends at work, like
But that's the thing. And the people that are watching this that don't know, us, like, even people that you don't see on this podcast, Jeremy, Zach, Eric, fucking my brother, who else? Stefan. All of us have turned the entire movie of Toy Story into a meme.
legit, like almost every line.
Literally every single Buzz, look, an alien. Where? Like, we were at Marcus's bachelor party, and me and Jesse were quoting the entire movie. And his best man was getting so pissed at us.
He was pissed.
He was like, all right, that's
"Can we do
enough.
something else?"
Yeah, can we talk about something else? That's enough. I'm Woody. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
I did that. We do that. Me and my friend at work do that a lot too. Like, we'll be doing something and I'll just like yell at him. I'll be like, "Watch where you're going," and he'll be like, "Sorry." and like a couple of times, other people have walked by and they're like, "You guys are fucking weird," and we're like, "We're just quoting a movie."
That's funny.
Oh god.
So other than like our favorite movies, right? Do you guys have any like distinct memories associated with movies? Because for me, like, first of all, Toy Story would be like our little inside joke. Like, I can now always watch Toy Story and think it's hilarious. And then also like The Hangover. I have a story with The Hangover. I was so young, and my parents watched it before me, right? And they wouldn't let me watch like the end of the movie when they were going through the camera roll. And in spite of them, like, I wanted to see what was on that camera roll so bad. I snuck the movie in my backpack, went to Stefan's house, and we watched the movie and watched all the the photos on the camera roll. And I'm like, why did you guys hide this from us? And then I was like, oh, it's because there's boobs and it shows a dick. And we were like, what the hell are our parents watching? But do you guys have any like memories of like distinct memories of movies kind of like that?
I mean, there was my dad used to like tease like my fear of like horror movies we watched. Like for example, The Grudge.
Mm-hmm.
You know how the thing like goes like
Yeah.
or whatever. As a kid, that noise like scared the ever living shit out of me. And I'd always think it was like gonna get me in the shower or something.
Well, it's because it is.
So my dad used to always like fuck with me, and like it'd be like late at night and we'd be driving and he would start making that noise and I'd get scared.
Oh, hell.
Or like he would like make the noise outside the bathroom door and I'd be like wigging out. I guess that's like a memory. I don't know. That's hard because like
Hold on.
a lot of it's just like my dad freaking me out from horror movies. You see, he used to like we watched Jeepers Creepers. Do you know that movie?
I've never seen it.
But you know what I'm talking about? It's a horror movie.
Yeah, it's like with the
guy-
scarecrow dude or something.
Yeah.
I forgot.
What?
I have this. This has almost every movie I've ever seen. I have the ticket stub for it.
Oh shit! So speaking of that, I have the Fandango app on my phone, and it's kept track of every single movie ticket I've bought. And dude, it's got like our fucking movie tickets from when we all went to see Age of Ultron and Civil War and the fucking movies. When I bought everybody's ticket for Civil War, or Age of Ultron, I think it was, I was sitting in fucking Mr. Clausen's class and that movie was about to come out. I bought everybody's ticket.
All right, let's see.
I think I went to see that movie with you, and I didn't have glasses.
Some of these are so
Like
fucking
my glasses were
faded.
broke.
Yeah,
It's hard to fucking see.
yeah, you did. It was me, you, Kelsey, Jessica, Jeremy, Jason, Jesse.
Kelsey went with us?
Yeah, Kelsey went.
Age of Ultron came out in 2014, 15?
It came out in 2014.
Age of
Was it like
Ultron.
late 2014?
Yeah.
I don't know if I remember seeing that with you guys.
I'm pretty sure you went.
I mean, I may have. I just don't have a distinct memory of it.
Wow.
No.
Sorry. No. I'm trying to find. I'm trying to get all the fucking tickets out. There's so fucking many. Holy shit. These are from all the way back from when I was like 12, probably.
Well, while he's doing that, if you're enjoying this podcast, make sure to follow us on twitch.tv/Idiots Talking Candidly. And if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and comment down below what your favorite movie is, or what your favorite movie type is.
And don't forget to follow us on Twitter.
Yes. Oh, see? Free promotion. I don't even got to finish it.
Talking candidly.
I ain't even got to say it.
Candid Idiots.
At Candid Idiots. You don't even know our fucking... Dude, it's on the screen.
I know. I'm not looking at the screen.
It's down that way.
There's so fucking many. Holy shit. What even is some of this shit in here?
Do you guys think movie theaters will like be the same after COVID?
No, I feel like they're gonna be a novelty. So like before, like when a movie would come out, like a box office movie, people would be like, "Ooh, we got to go see that movie." But now what it's gonna be is like the norm will be like streaming the movie, and then the novelty will be like going to the theaters.
What is that?
Wade.
What?
Oh
is that-
yeah.
Remember when I snuck in with you guys? Oh
Christ.
shit.
We-
That's the ticket.
We gave him a ticket for free.
Oh fuck. Sorry, Marcus. Continue.
That's good.
But,
That's a memory.
Whereas before, you could rent like a movie on like online or on your TV when it was out in theaters
Mm-hmm.
to watch it at home, and that was weird. Now that's gonna be like the normal thing, except for it's gonna be on its own separate streaming platform.
See, I would
like a
still
new
go to a
Marvel
movie
comes
theater.
out.
Like, I think if everything's back to normal when the new Marvel movies come out, I will for sure go see those in theater.
hmm
Well,
I think it'd
That's
probably
the
be like
thing.
the seats will be more like they won't be nut to nut anymore.
Right.
Like they'll probably be spaced.
Yeah.
Even if everybody has all their shit, it's
so they're still closed, right? Like you can't go at all.
I know the AMC theater by my house is still down, or the Regal. It's not AMC, it's Regal.
Regal.
Regal is down. I think Canary Creek is still open up in like Franklin. I don't know if you ever went to Canary Creek.
I've been to Canary Creek.
I think they're still open.
It's so bizarre
Jesus, dude.
because like, and the reason why I think it'll be different is just because like that's something that you do like regularly.
Mm-hmm.
Like you go on like date nights with like your wife, your girlfriend, your friends, whatever, to the movies.
Yeah.
And that's something we would like normally do, like, but instead we just like went out to eat or hung out at each other's houses for so long. It's so out of character to do something like that.
I don't know. I would still go, like, if everything opened back up, I'd be like, hey, do you guys want to go see a movie? Like, I feel like that's not weird.
I don't know, like, I don't know. It wouldn't be weird, but like it'd be.
I feel like
I think it'd
because
be
we've
weird.
been inside so long, it feels weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I feel like it'd be a while before that was like a normal thing everyone does again.
Yeah.
Because you're still gonna have, like, I feel like streaming, like sales, or whatever, is still going to be significantly higher than movie ticket sales for a long time. And then even if movies like gotten back into like the mainstream, like the commonplace thing again, then like, you know, I just think it's gonna be different for a long time.
So do you think the costs will go up because theater prices were already like a fucking arm and a leg just for a thing of popcorn? Do you think if they open back up, do you think they will be as expensive?
I think they're gonna be cheap as fuck because they want people to come back. If they go back and it's like triple the price, they're not. That's definitely gonna permanently stay not okay.
That's my fear, is because there was no reason to charge somebody like $6 for a large drink and like $8 for a large popcorn. Yeah, it's because it's convenience. But do you know how many times I've snuck a pack of fucking like candies in my shirt? They don't search you.
No, I know. And
so like you're only hurting yourself because now you're not getting any of my money except for the ticket.
You could easily just go to like a gas station across the street and buy like a fucking bottle of Coke and Skittles and just bring it in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it would be worse for them if they brought the prices back to the same or even higher. I agree with you. I think it would be a smart decision to just cheapen up everything to get everybody hyped to go back to the movies. But we all know how they work. They will never do that. They'll die. Yeah. They'll die on their corporate graves before they give us a $1.25 drink like fucking McDonald's.
Well, yeah, and I mean movie theaters like AMC will still be open because they're also
$1 million companies.
Yeah, they're also like a cable channel.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And they have like movies and shit.
So speaking of that, do you guys have any favorite TV shows?
Ooh.
Because I can tell you right now, 2 goated TV shows, and you guys are going to hate me for this. Lost and Supernatural.
I've only barely watched one of those shows.
Ed, Edd n Eddy. Codename Kids Next Door.
Those are pretty good ones, too.
TV shows.
But I feel like you can't really goat those.
Yeah, those are cartoons. Those are...
Rick and Morty. I would say Rick and Morty could be goated. It's a pretty good show.
You ever watch... I haven't watched, I don't think season 3. They might be on season 4 by now. But you guys ever watch Good Girls?
Nope.
That's pretty fucking good, too.
Nope. Can't say that I have. I liked The Walking Dead for a little bit.
Yeah, that fell off fucking hard.
I stopped watching when Rick died. That's when I was like, there's no point.
I didn't even know Rick died.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stopped watching when, like, in between the time of Glenn dying and when Carl dying, I stopped watching.
Yeah.
I think that's about when I stopped watching.
That was probably a good place to stop because it was not... Oh, shit! We need to go back a little bit.
Why?
Because I want to talk about the worst movies we've ever seen.
Ooh. I was about to say, I have all my tickets.
Okay.
I want to see if I can... There's got to be one that I can think of that I didn't fucking like. But I want to know if I can remember who I went with. Because I don't think I've ever been to a movie by myself.
I think that's weird if you go to a movie by yourself.
We had a kid that I worked with. He was telling us that he went and saw a movie by himself. And we're like, what was your girlfriend doing? And he was like, she was at home. It's like, she didn't go with you? You didn't invite her? He's like, no.
That's some psychopath shit.
We were like, you're weird.
No kidding, dude. Could you, nah. Like, I'll watch a movie by myself at home, but going to a movie theater by yourself, that's like sitting inside of a restaurant by yourself. It's just like, people are going to be like, what the fuck is this fat piece of shit doing by himself?
I would do that. I've done that before.
I've never eaten inside of a restaurant by myself.
I think where I was working at the time, there was like a Denny's by it, and I went and got breakfast before work started.
I would say eating by yourself is different because I have eaten by myself on break before.
In a restaurant, though.
I mean, it depends, like, what you consider a restaurant, you know?
Yeah, like, is Denny's a restaurant?
I mean, like, if you go and you sit inside of, like, a McDonald's by yourself.
Yeah.
I feel
That's
like,
not weird.
Why don't you just eat in your car or go to your break room?
I've sat inside a Subway Walmart before several times.
I think
I've
that's
sit
a little
inside
different because the Subway's actually inside of the Walmart. That feels a little less weird to me. I just think
I've
it's
also sat inside like a
weird.
Taco Bell.
Yeah, that's just
I
weird.
used to do that when I worked at Blue Beacon for those couple months. I used to go to the McDonald's and Arby's by the one that we had. I'd just sit in there for lunch for like 35 minutes and
I
then go
just
back.
like, why not just go through the drive-through, stay in your car? I don't
Change
know,
of
that just
scenery, I
doesn't make,
suppose.
that just doesn't make sense
Sit,
to me.
sit in a chair instead of a car.
Oh, I got leather padded seats and my shit reclines, so like it's pretty comfortable.
I mean, my car's comfortable too, and I do sit in my car now, but that's because everywhere inside is closed. And it's
Oh,
like,
Alright.
sorry, Jessica said Rick's death is not confirmed. His body has not been found. My bad.
oh yeah.
All right, so I saw all these when they came out. I have a ticket for Dark Knight. That's a fucking goated movie.
Yes.
Talk about
Dark Knight's good.
first Hunger Games, Bohemian Rhapsody. Some of these are so fucking faded I can barely read them. Yeah, see, look, Avengers: Age of Ultron. When did you say that we went?
Like in 2014?
2015 is when I have my ticket.
So you probably dude, I feel like you were with us though.
This is in May of 2015.
What year
Says
did we
May-
graduate?
2015.
2015.
Shit, you know what? It might have been 2015.
It says May 3rd. So
Cuz that was before we graduated, right?
we would have been out of school.
Oh, we
you
would
get
have.
out?
No.
Okay, then yeah,
Or-
we didn't
No,
go.
we get out like May 28th. Like May
Oh, well,
30th.
whatever.
Okay, well, if we were still in school, then you definitely went with us. Hold on, you know
Yeah,
what? I'm gonna pull it up on my phone real fast. What day did you say it was? May 3rd?
May 3rd, 2015. I think that's a 5. Looks like one. I got a ticket for Deadpool,
That was a good one.
ticket for Captain America. Dude, I have an original ticket for Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 1. God.
Yeah, you didn't
talk
go with
about
us,
goat
dude.
movies. Yeah, that's why I said
This
I thought I
shit
went with
was
somebody else.
May. We went at, May 1st of 2015.
So yeah, so I went a couple days later, but
I feel like you were there though.
well, that's what my ticket says. I have a ticket for The Purge.
Did you order
That
your
was a good
tickets
movie.
online?
My tickets?
No, Dallas.
Oh.
Yeah, all of my tickets are. See,
Maybe it's a date of
Hold on.
purchase.
no, I purchased it in class, like hours before. That's what because I was trying to get everybody seats.
Well, that's why I'm saying. Oh, you like.
Oh,
before
I
we
do
went,
remember
maybe.
you doing that, but I don't know if I went.
Yeah, okay, hold on. I got 6 seats, right? It says I got 6 seats. Me, Marcus, Jeremy, and Jason, right? That's at least 4 of the people that I know that went.
And then Kelsey and Jessica.
Maybe.
So Jesse didn't go.
We went with a bunch of my
Damn.
family, and I think... No, babe. That was Endgame. Endgame is when we went with Marcus, Kelsey, your family, my family, and like Cody, my brother, and like his like friend.
My brother.
Did Miles go too to Endgame with us?
Yeah.
Maybe it was Sam, or did she move by then?
Nah, it wasn't Sam. She was gone before senior year of high school.
Miles and Logan went to go see Endgame with us.
I know that we had a lot of fucking people going with us to Endgame. Endgame was a fucking squad of people.
Yeah, I know.
I
We
went with my
went-
family to see Endgame.
Yeah,
I think Brandon may have went too.
my mom and dad, Brandon did go. It was me, Marcus, Kelsey, my mom, my dad, my brother, his friend, Miles and Logan, Jessica's dad. 10 people? Is that right?
No, we were mobbing. we were a good like third of that theater, bro.
Here we go. An original first Avengers movie ticket. 2012. I do remember this. Me and Sam went and saw that. This is for Fast and Furious 7.
7, bro.
I have a movie for Spy. I think me and Diva may have seen that one. This was a
Logan didn't
funny
go?
fucking movie.
The last movie I watched in theaters was Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker.
Ugh, what a fucking joke of a movie.
That's garbage movie.
3 days after Christmas of 2019.
Talk about a movie.
Dog,
Talk about movies that I
it's been
hated
over
seeing.
a year.
movies that I hated seeing was Rise of Skywalker and what is it, Last Jedi.
You didn't like either of those?
I didn't like either of those. They were both dumb as shit.
I think the worst movies for me, I have two of them that are awful. One of them was The Nun. Me and Jessica went to go see The Nun with some of her friends. Excuse me. Oh god, that was a weird burp. It was absolutely the worst fucking movie I've ever seen in my life. Actually, it wasn't the worst movie I've seen. Because the worst movie that I've seen, I had to write it down because it's got the stupidest name ever. It's called 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Why'd you see that?
What the fuck?
Jessica's mom and dad invited us on a dinner or a movie date to go see this movie, free of charge, paid for our fucking food and everything. And it had Woody Harrelson was like the leading star in that movie. So I was like, okay, it can't be that bad of a movie. After that movie was over, first of all, we almost left mid-movie because of how bad it was. And then I told Jessica's parents, I said, if you guys ever offer to take me to another movie, I'm just going to pay you guys to not have me watch this movie again. Like, I would pay somebody to not see that. That's how awful that movie was.
Here's a ticket for Inside Out, Marcus. Also, this ticket, I was looking for this one. I knew I had it. This is one of the only horror movies I've seen that I actually genuinely enjoyed. Woman in Black.
Never seen it.
I don't know if Marcus has. He said he was a big horror fan, so.
I know what you're talking about, but I haven't.
So
I have a ticket for Logan.
I saw Logan too. That was a good one. Do you have any like of the worst movies that you've seen, Marcus? Like absolute, you would never watch again, and you wouldn't wish your worst enemy to watch them.
Damn, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Got that one.
I'm trying to figure it out.
What is this one? Doctor Strange. Good movie.
That was a great movie.
What the fuck is this called?
How do you feel?
Incredibles 2.
How do you feel about the new multiverse stuff that's going on with Doctor Strange?
I don't know. I know very little about Doctor Strange as far as the comics, but I don't know if they're doing that as far for like Doctor Strange, or if he's gonna like affect the Spider-Man like movies or whatever. Because I fucking love this. I have the fucking Spider-Verse comics in my front room. Like they're
dog movie,
and they're legit comics. I bought them from New York. I was like, this has got to be the ones.
So
it was like really bad.
I don't know if it was the Spider-Man movie that leaked or if it was the Doctor Strange movie that leaked, and it had like Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, Alfred Molina, like all of those like old people that were part of those old movies.
Yeah.
And it had Ryan Reynolds in it too, which has got me hyped. Because if they're going to make like Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3, and then the Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 canon, that'd be fucking amazing. Yeah. Could you imagine?
That shit,
what was that movie
obviously
called?
They're going to like deny it and stuff like that and not like give away anything.
Because it's going to be bigger than fucking Endgame at this point.
I think Tom Holland said some shit about like, I don't know if I'm working with him because I haven't fucking seen him. So, and I'm like, that could be a lie, but...
Or they probably don't have him in the same room because that dude will go on fucking Instagram and be like, Tobey Maguire is so cool.
But if they figure out a way to make like a really good story that connects everything and they can have the 3 Spider-Man, dude, I'm going to fucking bust a nut there.
No kidding.
First of all,
Amazing Spider-Man 2 ticket, speaking of.
Saw that in a drive-in.
Secondly, I want to say worst movies. There's a movie I seen, and it was called Max. It's about a dog, and it had, I think,
is it animated?
Acting. No, it was a live action movie. It was about a retired war dog. Yeah, and it was like. It was struggling to find a home to adopt them, and a little kid adopted it, and me and Kelsey wouldn't seen it. It was like a wholesome, like, coming of age story for a boy who was training his dog.
Yeah.
Right? Garbage. Trash, dumpster fire, worst fucking acting I've ever seen in my life, from the adults, the children, even the dog was a shithead. Okay? Like, that movie, hot garbage. Because we just got back. We were leaving, I think, On the Border or Chili's. I don't remember.
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
And we were like, shut up. We were leaving, and we wanted to go see a movie, and we were looking at the movies that were available, and the ones we wanted to go see weren't available. And we're like, fuck. Like, oh, what's this one about? And it looked cute, like a little dog movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fuck it, we'll go see it. Hot trash. Like, fiery trash. Shit movie. Like, cute. Like, the idea was like, this is adorable. No. The worst. But my least favorite movie, I think is the worst, Grown Ups 2.
How can you even say
that
that's the worst movie?
I would say it's the worst.
Okay. Top 10 movies that did not need to get made. Grown Ups 2, number one.
Wait, what even happened in Grown Ups 2? I can't even tell you.
They go.
They like went camping or some bullshit like that.
I thought they go to a lake house and what's his name?
Lake house, and then one of the girls is pregnant, and
and she's like, "Look at my toes." He's like, "You got told," and he goes, "And you got towed."
Yeah, and then like there was that ice cream joke. What was it? The ice cream joke. They were like getting drunk off ice cream or some bullshit like that.
Oh yeah, he's like, I'm gonna get chocolate wasted.
Yeah, it's chocolate wasted. I wanted to fucking stab my eyes
But that's
out.
something that a kid would say. Like,
no, but like that movie
like,
in general.
It's dumb shit funny. It's not actual humor,
okay.
you know?
It's not. That's the problem. It's dumb shit funny, but the first one was actually like funny.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
So like, you're just like over here expecting like actual like a good Adam Sandler movie, which most Adam Sandler movies are dumb shit
no,
funny.
I'm kidding.
I'm sorry, but Little Nicky was one of the best Adam Sandler movies ever. Adam Sandler has a lot of good fucking movies.
There's one Adam Sandler movie that's really underrated. It's like he's like a shoemaker.
I know what you're talking about. I've seen, I think, most of it. I don't know if I finished it.
Me and Jeremy watched that, and dog, that was a good movie. I was like, damn. Steve Buscemi.
Every time I watch Click, I damn near almost cry at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Click is a good Adam Sandler movie too.
Yes, sir.
But
I love Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison. Those always will make me laugh.
You know what though? Do you guys remember I Pronounce You Chuck and Larry?
Oh yes, we watched that.
That movie is like so not for today's audience.
So
like, at all.
When we watched that during your bachelor party. Or no, it wasn't your bachelor party. I'm stupid. It was after your wedding. It was like immediately after your wedding when you were in that cabin hanging out with Jared and Jessica.
Yeah, we were watching.
And they dropped the F word, and we're like,
that movie is so not for today's audience. Not for the faint of heart. It is like some childhood faves saying some very homophobic shit.
But it makes you think like that was okay back in the day because like I was saying about Eminem albums, like you would hear that shit all the time.
It's not okay. It's
not okay back then. It was just not.
It was
not as frowned upon.
It's just that people weren't more sensitive to, homosexuals and LGBTQ. That's the issue. And
the gays.
It's just like the gays.
Yeah, they're poisoning the water and turning the freaking frogs gay.
Yeah, calm down, Alex Jones. Anyway, no, but it back to Grown Ups 2. It's just like it was such a disappointment because
coming from the first one.
I guess compared to the first one, it's definitely a disappointment.
And it's just like one of those things where like you didn't have to make it, and it was such a cash grab and such an obvious cash grab that it's like
I feel that
worst for me.
So
and there's like a lot of other movies of bad acting, but
So what are some goated right now that we're done with movies? I promise this is going to be a smooth transition now. What are some
TV shows?
All right, after we've already talked about TV shows, what are some goated TV shows in your guys' opinion? Like top of the line, like not your favorite, but just like top of the line, like everybody knows, everybody loves, right?
I'll start. Breaking Bad. 100%.
Yes.
Dude,
100%.
fucking best TV
Breaking
show I
Bad,
could rewatch.
100%. Yes.
Breaking Bad.
Yes.
That was
Every single person in there is fucking
brilliant.
A
Hey.
plus actor.
Drake and Josh.
We went from Drake and Josh
hey.
is great. It's great.
Why you gotta say Breaking
Dude,
Bad
like-
first? That's something you put at the very end. You don't say that first.
Ah, dude, but it's you said goated TV shows.
We went from high school biology teacher selling crack so that he has enough money to beat cancer to meth to two brothers living in the same house because their parents got married.
Okay. What about Adventure Time? Adventure Time's goated, right?
That's fine. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
What
even
about
if you don't like Adventure Time per se, like that much, just like I would say the impact that it had over just like kind
I'd
of
say
cartoons.
the
and how you could
storyline
do
is
them.
fucking insane.
You know what's a fever dream of a fucking cartoon show?
Huh.
Courage the
The
Cowardly Dog.
Misadventures of Flapjack.
Oh
Yes.
God, yes.
and Chowder.
Chowder is
dude,
definitely
Chowder.
one.
I love Chowder.
Courage the
Oh,
Cowardly
fuck.
Dog scared the shit out of me as a kid, but I'd say that's a goated TV show.
That's a go-to TV show. It's not a fucking fever dream. That shit was really real, and it's
You know, it was a fever dream on that. You're not perfect. No one's perfect. That haunted me. Or the Return the Slack thing. I literally like pissed myself every time I saw that.
The slab.
What about SpongeBob?
That
Would you say SpongeBob's goated?
Yes,
She-
100%.
What about SpongeBob? That's what you just
What
did.
about SpongeBob?
You guys like that yellow square?
Like you peaked when you said what about SpongeBob?
You do be talking.
Dude.
Oh shit! My bad.
Dude.
What? Okay, so we
SpongeBob's
agree
good.
SpongeBob's goated though, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
this might be a controversial one. It's obviously good, but as far as being goated, Jimmy Neutron.
Just goated.
To me, I would say it is, but I can see some people saying it's not.
It was a good show, but I think I preferred Fairly Odd Parents more.
Mom. Oh, dude. Okay, here's the thing.
Are you going to finish that croissant?
Fairly Odd Parents was kind of soiled for me
Ed Boy.
after. Listen, hear me out here. Fairly Odd Parents. I don't know if anyone else had this experience.
You dare mess with the son of a shepherd?
Can we talk? Can we talk about fucking TV shows for 1 second, please? Listen, seriously, listen. Okay, so Fairly Odd Parents is a good cartoon,
Yes.
and I loved it. But have you guys like watched any of Butch Hartman's videos? The maker of Fairly Odd
Yeah, on
Parents?
TikTok, I've seen a couple
Yeah,
of his
Be a
videos.
freak.
Okay. He's kind of a shitbag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like hella. Like a fucking piece of shit. Like he was trying to start
Listen.
like a streaming service for kids. There was like an indoctrination to like fucking evangelical Christianity.
And he does he sells art prints of of characters or something drawn in his art style, and it's like the shittiest fucking line drawings or whatever. And he just throws
Yeah.
like 3 colors on them, and he sells it for like $250.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, dude, just
Well,
buy the original art.
His only good
Yeah.
show was Fairly Odd Parents because he had like a dog
yeah.
show, right?
Let me see. I
He
don't
also had
know.
Danny Phantom goofball.
Oh shit, he did. Yeah, Danny Phantom's pretty good. No, but there was one more show that he did, and I think it was like about a spy
Yeah.
dog.
It was about Spy Dog, and I don't remember. It was so
Tough
forgettable.
Puppy.
Tough Puppy.
Yeah, Tough
that one
Puppy.
wasn't that good. I didn't like that much.
No.
Didn't he also make like Totally Spies, or wasn't he like a co-writer
No, maybe.
of Totally Spies?
I don't
I'm
think
looking
so.
it up now.
I think he had something to do with Totally Spies.
Something about Totally Spies.
No, okay, maybe I'm just
Maybe just mixing Tough Puppy and Totally Spies.
maybe.
Maybe.
And it's such a completely different art style.
Hey, what's the difference between Totally Spies and Tough Puppy?
One's a girl.
I've only beat my peen to one of them.
That's weird, Tough Puppy.
You beat your peen to one of those? Excuse me? To one
Wait.
of them?
To which one? I don't know their names. What's the color of the suit? I mean,
What kind of suit did
Green.
Tough Puppy wear?
No. Which one was the one with the short brown hair? That was tan.
Oh, Yellow.
That was
Yellow.
tan. You mean another race? Not
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah,
tan.
yeah. I mean, she's like native Hawaiian or Hispanic, but like I don't know. They all had similar facial features and everything else. It just one was like a different shade.
Oh, I forgot. This is sitting on my desk. This is a ticket for Scary Movie 5.
With Snoop Dogg and Mac Miller.
Me
I
and
saw
Ryan
that.
went me and Ryan went to see that, and the memory I have is so fucking funny because if we went and saw a movie, we would just sit in like the three seats next to each other. You know,
Yeah.
Ryan sat 2 seats away from me, and I was like, "Why are you sitting over there?" He's like, "Dude, it's fucking gay." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Just watch the movie."
Ryan was a trip in high school. He said some of the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life. I'm like, dog, do you have a brain?
Yeah.
Okay. Last thing, animes, right?
Mm.
What are some of your favorite animes?
Definitely Attack on Titan. Probably the best anime I've ever seen, ever.
Agreed. And I hate to be that guy because I know it's like mainstream now. And I know that I don't know if you got into it because I told you about it or if you got into it because it was mainstream.
It was someone at work got me into it.
I feel bad for liking it.
Funny enough,
Not
his
because
name-
it's
his name is Dallas,
mainstream.
too.
Yes. Oh, wait, you know another Dallas? Why do I keep forgetting about this?
How many times do I tell you?
Like 12 and I'll still forget. My brother showed me Attack on Titan like 2 years ago.
Mhm.
And I've been watching it with him like ever since. And dog, that show, I'm telling you, Marcus, I don't care how many people tell you it's overrated or it's shitty. Go
No,
watch it.
it is not.
Go
Nobody.
watch
It
it.
is not. I remember. So I started watching when we were they were in a couple episodes into season 4.
Yeah, you started
And
like really recently.
yeah, and my friend was like, "Dude," he told me he was like, "Okay, watch." I think he said 8 episodes. He's like, "Watch 8 episodes, and if you're not like seriously completely hooked by then like I guess you just don't like anime. You know what I mean? Or like it's just not for you." I was like, "Whatever." I gave it a try. So I watched I think 1 or 2 episodes, and I ended up having to do something else. So I watched it like a couple days later or whatever. I
Hmm.
think it was over the weekend, and dead ass like over the weekend I watched 2 whole seasons,
I
like just fucking straight back to back.
I
So I was
think
like,
the
"This is the
thing
best shit."
that drew me into Attack on Titan without getting into spoiler territory, especially since this, dude's not watched it.
Mm.
The thing that got me the most intrigued into it is the thought process that you have. So you see these obviously the show is Attack on Titan, right? Obviously there's titans wandering around and obviously something bad has to happen, right? That's not a spoiler. The thing that like it's hard to explain. You sit there and the first question that you have is like, okay, how did these titans come? How did these titans, are they like an experiment or have they always been there? Like you don't know what's up with these titans. And so my thought process is like, okay, these titans are just like other humanly things, whatever. Then you get down the story, something happens, and then you're like, oh, okay, now that makes sense. And so you think like you know what's going on. That's what you think. You're like, okay, I know what's going on. I understand the plot. By the end of season 2, you're like, hold on a second. That's not the answer. This is the fucking answer. Now my mind is blown. And then you get
There's
to
so
season
many,
3, and then you're like, okay, I have the answer now. The answer's in my mind. And then season 3, the end of it happens, and you're like, I was
That's
wrong.
how
I was wrong about everything. My entire life has been a fucking lie. And it's so good. It literally gets you hooked.
There's no like
There's no
I would
dull
say
moment.
I would say the part I can pinpoint the part where I was like, yeah, I need to fucking watch the rest of this. When it got to the start of in season 1 where they start the Battle of Trost,
Yes.
I was like, I need to fucking. It was so weird. Like, I think of it almost like an Infinity War type thing of
Mhm.
like the whole fight scene in Wakanda or whatever. That's like in a movie, so you have it. It's a certain spaced out time,
Yeah.
and like everything's happening at once, and like everything feels like an in the moment thing.
And in a movie, it might seem a little rushed too, because they only have a certain amount of time. They skip over things, make things go fast.
But like in the anime, it's like I think it's 9 episodes that they go through the whole Battle of Tross, and like there's a couple parts of the episodes where they're just like it's just them sitting on top of the rooftops, like talking or like trying to figure out what the fuck to do next.
Okay,
and, like,
I see Marcus's face, and I know that sounds boring, and it sounds like some Dragon Ball Z shit where he's like 8 episodes doing this. But no,
there's no
No.
point in.
I'm not.
Like all the way up to the episods that we're on
Checked
now.
out.
There's no filler. There's no
And
anything.
that last episode, I just watched it last night or the night before with Jessica. Bruh.
Oh, the very last episode?
The cliffhanger.
Holy shit, the ending.
I'm like,
he just walks in and I'm like, I physically was like,
he's just like,
huh?
Hello there. And they're like, huh?
I was watching on my phone and I physically was like, huh? What? It fucking got me so hard.
I'm telling you, Marcus,
Yeah.
you watch Attack on Titan, and you're gonna talk to me about it. You remember when Brittany Yont was talking about it on Facebook? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to name drop her. Oh well. She was talking about it, and she was like, "Yeah, I think this, and this." And I responded to her, and I was like, "Don't ask any more questions. Just watch it, and it'll all make sense. Because you're gonna have questions, and I can't answer them for you because
That's the best part too, is that, like, you have questions, like small questions that are you have them for an episode or two and then they get answered, but like as soon as they're answered, fucking 5 more come up, and then you have the big questions which get answered.
And you might think something small has been answered, but it hasn't. They're just kind of putting a bandage over the wound, and you're like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense." Nope, it doesn't.
And even like I can say for the first, I think it was first 2 seasons, the whole shit with it doesn't spoil anything. Okay, so the whole shit with Aaron's key, like you're like, what the fuck does this?
I forgot about it.
And then
it's a big problem. It's a big thing in the first season, like 4 or 5 episodes in, and then they just drop it, and you forget about the fucking thing until he's finally like they bring it up, and you're like, oh shit, I forgot about that.
But even then, they get to the point where they figure out what it is, and while it answers some things, you're like, gee, I just have fucking more questions now.
Exactly. Like it answers one question, but now you've got 6 more, and you're like, son of a bitch. What do you want to say, Marcus? I know you're trying to say something.
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Are you going to watch it?
Yes. Yeah, I'm probably gonna watch it. You know what my favorite anime is?
Seriously,
What's
one
your
of the
favorite
best.
anime? Naruto?
Naruto.
Dog, someone keeps messaging me on Discord. Give me a second.
One Punch Man.
I need to watch One Punch Man. I hear that's actually really good.
It's good.
My favorites.
God.
My favorites so far are Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, and Jujutsu Kaisen.
So,
have you seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
No.
I've
heard about that though.
Fucking continue to watch it because it's funny and cool and interesting. Like it's just like I don't know. Like it's not supposed to be funny. I think they're supposed to like kind of like you're supposed to kind of take it serious, but it's funny.
What did you say your favorite anime was, Marcus?
Naruto.
Do you like Naruto, Naruto Shippuden, or do you like Boruto?
Yeah, which one is your favorite out of the 3?
Because
Shippuden.
I was going to say, like, I was shitting on Boruto, but they've actually got some interesting shit that happens.
I've never really seen it. I just know that, like, with Shippuden, I stopped watching it, like, at the very end because I was catching up with the dubbed, and I didn't want to switch to subs because I didn't want it to be confusing to me because of the 2 different...
That's what happened to Jessica watching the new season of Attack on Titan. She has no idea who anybody is.
Yeah, and I didn't want to do that.
Yeah, they switched from Mappa, and it kind of not Mappa. They switched from the original animators. And like, obviously Mappa looks good, but I like the style and the art of the original like first 2 to 3 seasons.
I also think another reason that it's a little confusing to people that are switching is also like because of the I don't know if it's a spoiler, the time gap. They're like they're like a little bit older in the new season, so you're kind of like you see like Armin and you're like, "Huh?"
Yeah, only some of them have. They got different voice actors. Like Armin still has the same voice actor.
I
Like
wouldn't.
to where he's like
Oh wait,
fucking
I wouldn't
12,
know.
but the way he looks is like 20.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Sorry, Marcus.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite character in Naruto?
Oh, dude, this one is like
Hard
two
question.
people, two different people. It's
Okay.
hard, but it's two different people. Shikamaru. I love Shikamaru. He's a fucking badass.
Mhm.
Or fuck.
I haven't heard of that one.
Shikamaru.
The fuck? Who's that?
He's like the tactician with like the thing on, like he has like the hair that goes up here. It's like a ponytail, and he like wears like a
Dallas.
fishnet thing and like a.
Nyong. You said, "Oh fuck," and Jesse goes, "Oh, I've never heard of that one."
Oh no. Shit. Stop. Okay. It's. I don't know. I don't want to be like.
Cliche.
I like
Weep.
Jiraiya. Even though, spoiler alert, he's
You said
killed.
Jiraiya?
Jiraiya. I like Jiraiya. Jiraiya's cool.
I like Washa better.
Kick your fucking ass, IRL. I'm gonna drive to your house.
Oh, fuck.
And obviously, I like Sasuke and Naruto, but they're like not my favorites because they're just like, oh, one's super powerful. Do you know who I do like? I like fucking Madara. Madara's a fucking badass.
I feel like
Him and
my
Obito?
favorite character is like really cliche, but I think Sasuke is a complete badass.
Sasuke's a fucking punk, and you.
Sasuke's a
better
fucking punk.
He is. He's such a.
You know the
crybaby
only
bitch, and
reason
that's
why he
ran away
doesn't
from the
win? Do
village.
you know? Yeah, do you want to know the only reason why he didn't win? Is because the show's not named after him. That's the only reason why he lost.
Stupid.
They both, if you watch to the end, they both lost. They both blew off their arms, and they were laying next to each other.
Which doesn't make any fucking sense. Naruto,
Spoilers.
dog, I hate Naruto. He's so annoying. Like, okay, he's got a tailed beast inside of him, but by the logic of the Sharingan, he should be able to detect every single movement. Nothing can surpass that, right? Technically speaking. And you're
Yeah,
telling me that
if you have
Naruto
a
can kick his
Jinchuriki,
ass?
If you have, listen,
Get the
if you have a
fuck out of
Jinchuriki-
here. Get the fuck out of here. Get the
Okay,
fuck out of
if he's-
here.
Hey, Gazoo.
You know what is a really good anime? And I know that none of you guys have seen it.
Demon Slayer.
Erased.
Nope. I thought you were about to say like Rosario Vampire or something.
No, that is a good one, but Erased. Erased is
Is it
like
a kitty anime?
no. It's about without spoiling it, it's about this guy and his
Oh, spoiler.
well, it happens in the first episode, so it doesn't matter. His mother dies. And he like goes to bed and the police think it's him. And he wakes up. I don't know if he goes to bed or if he like hits his head or something. I don't fucking remember. But he wakes up and he is in like the second or third or fourth grade or something. But he's got all of the thoughts of like a 25-year-old. Or however old he was. And he's pretty much like spending his time trying to find like who the killer was that killed his mom. And it's a complete mindfuck when you find out who it is. You're like, I had no idea. Erased is a good one. I had Rosario Vampire and Naruto written down on my list of good animes, so
That's
Okay,
the good
but-
anime.
why do you keep holding things up to the camera? It's really like distracting me and stressing me out. Like you're literally just like sitting here and then all of a sudden I just see
I'm just
What
like
about
holding something. It's my fucking light. Look, ready? Jessica, you do that, huh? Why'd it go off? It's gone. Hello? I need that. There we go.
Hey Jesse, when you get bonked,
Death Note's good.
Horny Be Gone?
this has been the most chaotic episode we've had.
It's 'cause
Okay,
I
hold
think,
on. One last
Original
subject.
Origin was-
Have
Wait,
you?
we've only
Do you guys? What?
I was just gonna say we've only been live for an hour and a half.
Really?
know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It feels like
And we
2.
have 4 viewers. We had 6 viewers at one point.
Hi, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Sorry this is chaotic.
So what about animated, like anime style animated movies? Like, have you seen any like the Ghibli movies, or I can think
Yes.
of, I fucking love Akira. It's one of my favorite movies ever.
I seen what's the Ghibli movies?
I
The
don't know what you're talking about.
one with the where her parents become pigs.
Ow.
Which one's that?
I haven't seen them. I just know that those are popular ones.
It's
No.
Spirited Away.
Why?
That movie is so good. I see it on Cartoon Network when I was younger.
I've been wanting to watch that one.
It's so good. It's
I know
such a
that
good.
was. I know there's a movie called. Have you ever seen A Silent Voice?
I have not.
So it's about some, like, the very beginning of the movie is about a guy that, like,
Oops.
at least how I took it, he doesn't want to make fun of her, but he kind of does because like all the other kids are or whatever. Me or Jessica? Oh, oh. uh, but they make fun of this new girl that comes into school, who's deaf, so she can't
Yeah.
talk, and they're all just like fucking kids, so they just make fun of her. But then the rest of the movie is they grow up, and he tries to become like her friend,
Yeah.
and like there's points in the movie
Keep hitting the
where
wrong button.
like you can't tell if he's doing it because he feels guilty or if he really wants to, and you can tell like she really wants him to be her friend, but like she doesn't know how to feel about it, and like it's, I forget how long it is. I think it's like maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours. It's a really fucking good movie, and that was probably the first thing that I ever watched like anime wise,
Yeah.
to where like I actually like did think it was like fucking dumb or weeby or whatever the fuck.
So, like, my
But
favorite anime movie is like the SpongeBob SquarePants movie.
Oh my god.
but funny enough, what was I gonna say? Whatever. But the person that actually got me into that movie was my biggest crush that I have on a human being. My friend Kinsey. She We were talking about it one day, and I was like, what do I even watch? Like, what's good? And she's real big into like Naruto and stuff like that. I think her favorite character is Jiraiya, but and Itachi. And
Watachi's a
who,
good character too.
who's the dude with the fucking bandana over his eye, the white hair? Kakashi, that one too.
I
That's her
muted my
favorite
mic, Kakashi.
character. But she told me that that's one of her favorite movies like ever, and I was like, well, you're like hot and awesome, so I'd want to like things that you like. So I watched it. I was like, let's see if I like it, and it ended
Yeah.
up being like really, really good, and I genuinely did like the movie.
Yeah.
So shout out Kinsey, you're hot as fuck.
You ever seen an anime movie like you've never seen Spirited Away? Those
Yeah,
count. Those
that
count.
counts. Yeah, yeah.
I've watched like Inuyasha movies and Pokemon movies and stuff. Inuyasha's a really good fucking anime too. I love Inuyasha.
I do. I want to see. I want to see Ghost in the Shell. I can't ever find where to fucking watch it, but that movie looks really good. What? I have heard about that one. Ugh.
My mic was muted. I need to stop muting the mic. I was talking to Jessica and I muted it.
Stop. I muted once.
I said, hey, Jesse, do you want to hear another anime that's good, like Attack on Titan? And I said Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul.
I thought you were playing along. I could have played. I could have been like, which one, Dallas? And you could have said it again.
Okay, hey, do you want to know a good anime that's kind of like Attack on Titan?
Fucking kill myself.
Like Attack on Titan?
It's
like,
as good as Attack on Titan.
Hey, you want to know a good anime?
That's
It's
pretty
like
fucking high bar, to be honest. But what is it?
Tokyo Ghoul.
Tokyo Ghoul.
We're professionals, okay?
Professional fucking idiots.
Okay, this is the last question, right? What was the best channel growing up? I'm
Ooh,
gonna
me?
split it. Hold on. I'm gonna split them up. Okay. You have Disney and Disney XD as one. Okay.
48.
You've got Nick, Teen Nick, and Nick at Night as your second option, and then you've got excuse me, Cartoon Network, Toonami, and Adult Swim.
I was about to say Adult Swim was Cartoon Network.
And Adult Swim. Which had the best TV shows combined?
I was growing up. Yeah, I was always Cartoon Network. I was more Cartoon.
Yep.
I fucking
Channel
watched
48,
Nick,
bro.
but
Yep, Channel 48.
Oh, was Channel 48 for you? And Nick was 33. Mm-hmm. Dude, what? What? Bro, that's crazy.
And Disney was 29.
Yes! Yes! And then
some reason,
Comedy
I think-
Central was like
I think my-
63 or something.
It was
I think
62.
I think my Nickelodeon was 44.
That's weird as shit, bro.
I don't remember though.
What cables you have? Bum ass cable, bro. Sorry.
Sci-Fi was like 68.
Yeah. History Channel was like 58.
No, something was... Oh, wait, yeah, that was Cartoon Network that was 48. MTV was 43.
Yeah.
Damn, that's memories and a half right there. That's crazy.
Discovery was 44 for us.
Be right back.
What if I had you guys muted this entire time? I'm kidding, I didn't.
I was about to say, like, is that why we have 4 viewers
Got him.
now instead of 6?
If you're in here, put in the chat right now, Marcus got whipped. Nay-nayed.
You guys see my son?
That's nudity.
It's not. It's my son. Yeah, probably. What is he doing?
What?
Welcome back, son.
Jump.
Sorry, I went and got a water.
Oh, you're good.
And I set my newest
Can I see
vinyl
it?
that I got up there.
Can I see it?
We need to talk
band.
about...
You-
We need
Rest.
to, in a future episode, get you back, and we need to get Jeremy in here, and we need to talk about music.
Fuck, that would be a 5-hour long episode.
That's okay.
Okay.
Oh, also, I found. What is Wade? What was this?
It was writing,
Wade-
acting, directing, entertainment, or education.
What was this? This is. I have a. It's a name tag, and I wrote AP conference on it.
That
I
was
know
for,
that
that was
you
for
guys-
AP
Stats.
statistics.
Yeah, that's the one that I snuck into.
Yes. God, we need to have another episode of like high school fucking memories and shit that we did. That would be a good one too.
Yeah, it would be.
Marcus, Nick said you're a bitch,
Fuck you, Nick.
and he spelt your name wrong too.
Nick.
He always spells my name wrong.
Fuck you, Nick.
Only
bitch.
Jeremiah's opinion would matter. Jesse?
Huh?
What the fuck?
I don't know who the fuck Jeremiah is.
Or Jeremy's? Is that what he means?
He's probably like talking into his watch.
J-A-R-A-M.
Leave nothing but a trail of fucking poop.
Ew. Poop.
Oh shit. You know, here's some trivia for Jesse, and Marcus can't say it because I have it in the notes.
All right.
Could you tell me? I know I never talked about the history of movies. Could you tell me when the first movie with hand colored animation, like so movies used to be in black and white, right? When was the first movie released where they did hand coloring, where they actually went back in and made the colors with their hands?
I'm not gonna Google the answer, but I think I know what the movie is. I want
Okay.
to see when that movie came out.
Because I know what you're gonna say, but it's probably gonna be wrong.
1937.
Were you gonna say Wizard of Oz?
No.
What were you gonna say?
Snow White.
That's a good one. It's actually called Cupid Angling. It came out in 1918. And apparently it was the first movie that they live recorded and then went back in and colored it in. And then I was going to say the first movie with Technicolor was 1939, Wizard of Oz. And Marcus doesn't give a shit about any of this. He's talking to Kelsey.
I wonder what I wonder what, like, all the early Disney movies were made of. Like, if they were hand-colored or whatever.
Cell. That's what they were
They
saying.
had to have
Weren't
been hand-colored. They were fucking drawn.
Weren't movies
drawn,
back
but
in
they
the
were
day like pieces of paper? Not pieces of paper, but like that's how you'd animate. Is you would draw. They were all hand drawn.
Yeah.
Is what I'm trying to get at.
They're
right?
all yes, they're all hand drawn, and there's like a big like camera thing with like a bunch of like cells, is what they call them, and they're like go down like that, and then like the transition, they have to move the cells out of the way, and that's why they were all like 15 frames per second or some shit like that.
It's basically
But,
like stop motion picture film without a 3D object.
Yeah.
Yes, it's all 2D objects.
Because I saw
It's crazy.
I saw a video on YouTube a couple of days ago, and it was like Tom and Jerry in 60 FPS, and it
looks
looks
weird.
weird as shit.
Yeah.
Talk about fucking go to TV shows. Hold on, Tom and Jerry.
Tom and
Fucking
Jerry was pretty
love
good.
it.
I don't know who you are, but hello, how are you doing?
Hello.
That's my Nana.
Hi.
Oh, never
Hi,
mind.
Nana.
I was
He
gonna
said never
meme,
mind.
but maybe not. Oh, I was saying never mind to me.
Wow, Jesse's rude.
No, never mind. Whatever.
Shake my head, man.
Said shake my ass.
It's the last time you're on our podcast. Get out of here.
Get out of here. Beat it. Scram, loser.
Get out of here, scum.
Scum. Bia, bia.
Do you guys remember the first movie you ever saw?
No, but I can remember like early movies that I've seen.
Like what?
I can remember early movies that I was like obsessed with, as far as being like
Um,
that point when you're a kid and that's all you want to watch is like that one movie.
Yeah.
I
Mine
remember
was-
seeing.
Back to the Future.
Go ahead, just.
Mine was
Back to the Future.
this is wasted airtime.
Go ahead, just.
Mine was on VHS. It was the Teletubbies Christmas special. There were 3 different ones for the 3 colors that they had. I think it was red, yellow, and blue. I used to watch those on fucking repeat. And the Disney sing-alongs. on
Get him out of
VHS.
here.
For what?
I feel like one of the first movies I watched was like the Blue's Clues movies.
The earliest movie I remember watching was Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
Dog, that came out in like 2002.
Yeah.
That's the earliest thing you remember?
And it came out in like 2000. What's the first one?
Speaking of early
Harry
movies that I
Potter?
remember
I've
seeing,
never seen Harry Potter.
or speaking of movies that I remember seeing at an early age, I was watching something or maybe playing a video game
Was it Chamber of
in the
Secrets
living
first one?
room, and I turned around and where we lived at the time, our like computer desk or whatever was over in like the corner of the living room.
Yeah.
I turned around to like go tell my dad something about it, and I didn't know what it was when I was that age. I was like, what the fuck is he doing? So I just turned back around and just kept playing my game or whatever. And now that I relived the memory in my head, I'm like, oh, my dad was just blatantly watching porn in the living room with me sitting there playing a video game. Because what I saw on the screen was just an ass, just
Your dad
Alright.
gave no fucks.
no.
He was like, I...
When I think of the memory now, I'm like, man, if you don't go somewhere else with that shit, you're in the middle of the living room with a window behind you, wide open to like the street where everyone walks by and plays. I'm like, you just fucking don't care.
Have you seen
you
that?
are that level of horny.
Have you seen that TikTok challenge where they play the it's like the Pornhub intro, but then it transforms into Redbone.
Song.
Is it Redbone?
I seen it. I seen a couple. I saw one where it was a dog, and
the dog runs up.
The dog like looks over and it goes to the owner and she's like, "Huh?" And the dog's like,
I saw the one where the girl was like doing it and her dad like picks up his phone. He's like, and like freaks out, and then he looks at it and then he looks over at her and she's all like freaked out, like, "Oh my god, my dad knows what the Pornhub intro sounds like."
I saw one where a girl didn't even know what it was. Like there was no reaction, and her friend turned around. She was like, "Do you watch porn?" And she's like, "What?"
What?
She's like, "You don't watch porn?" She's like, "No." I'm like, what the fuck? What's it like?
That's my favorite movie.
Speaking of movies, you guys remember the first porn you ever watched? I do. It was
I do.
Yeah, you're right. Do you?
I do.
Who wants to go first?
It wasn't really a porn. It was
My grandma's in this chat.
she's not in the chat anymore, so it's okay.
Hold on. What
She's
site?
not? Hold on. Wait. Let me double check.
Hold on. What site did you watch it on?
YouTube.
Okay, she's not. That's good.
So the first one that I watched, it wasn't technically a porn, but
Okay.
it was back in the old days of YouTube, and it was just titled like Naruto Sexy Girls. And it was like 1010 and fucking Tsunade and Sakura, and they're all doing like these fucking poses, and I was like,
I remember mine. It was on a little site called RedTube,
Oh, I know what RedTube is.
and I think one of the very first ones I watched was Horny Latina Maids. This
That's
bitch
fucking
getting,
bananas.
I'm sorry, not bitch. This hoe getting paid money to suck dick. I thought that was the coolest shit.
and you're like, damn, I wish that was me.
Yeah, my 12-year-old brain was like, I can
could
do
do
this.
that.
I could do this to whoever.
When you were younger, did you ever watch pornos of like the cosplay of like cousin walks in, or like sister and brother, and did you not not thinking that you could do that to your own siblings, but did you ever like sit there and think like, is
Where the
this
fuck,
real?
Cody?
Where's
No,
this going?
I said not thinking your own siblings.
You
said,
have a brother.
let me finish, for fuck's sake. Did you ever think that they were real? And it was like, oh my god, that's somebody actually fucking their mom or fucking their sister.
Probably
I
a
did.
couple of them.
I used to, when I watched those when I was younger, I was like, there's no way that his mom is just like stuck in the dryer letting him fuck her. Like, there's no way.
Bro,
My 13-year-old brain's like, how do you get stuck in a dryer?
Exactly.
Holy shit. No,
It's a big hole.
The first one I remember seeing, I've seen several before this, but the one that like I know the title of was it's called
Nick, what the hell
like
is that?
something girl gets twisted into a pretzel and anal fucked. And like this dude
Just
in the
going
video
Straight for it.
like takes her and like folds her in half. Her legs are like
I
on
know-
his shoulders.
You know what's funny? I know what video.
And at the end, she squats over a mirror and like splooge comes out of her. Yeah, dude.
God, we're fucking vile.
What is
here.
Nick saying in the chat? He's speaking in code.
DMC at night, bro. Spider babe. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. Maybe porns he's seen.
Oh, is he talking about TMC, like the channel at night? Like
That's
the
TLC.
he's watching Wait, maybe you are. Maybe it is TLC.
Oh, another one. Another goated TV show. Teen Titans. The original.
Yes.
Hell
Original Teen
yes.
Titans is good.
Yes.
Yes.
Dude, I would say Teen Titans Go is like not goated, but it's good. And I
It's
only
good.
say that it's good because they realized that a majority of their fan base
It was like fucking 9.
Is 9, and they realized that a majority of the people that hated the show was fans of the original Teen Titans, and on multiple occasions they made references to the other Teen Titans.
Yeah.
It was
They're self-aware. That's what makes it okay.
Yes, they were self-aware that their show was not meant for us. So in return, I think it makes the show pretty good.
Yeah.
Earthquake.
Nick's telling me to Google it, and I don't think that's safe, so I'm not going to.
Google what?
Spider Babe and TMC at night.
Spider Babe?
Google dogmovie.net. I was told by TikTok to do it.
Dogmovie.net.
If you're watching this live or on YouTube, I probably do not advise doing that at all.
No, don't do that at all.
I'm advising you to not do that.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't look it up.
I'm done. I'm done.
What the fuck was it? What is it? Because I didn't see it.
It's a porn site of just dogs. Fucking.
Is it actually?
Yeah. Most of them are.
I never looked
most
it up.
of them are like the. I wouldn't. There's one.
No, I'm not going to.
I'm not even gonna explain it. That was fucking rough. I've never seen. You see the one?
Hey Marcus, are you watching the stream?
No, I didn't see it.
Are you watching the stream?
Did you look it up?
What? The dog movie thing? No.
Yeah.
No, I didn't look it up.
You can. I don't care. I mean,
no, I'm not gonna.
That's weird.
No, I did. A TikTok told me to do it earlier today, and I was like, I'm at work. Now's not the time.
You don't do it anyway.
Yeah. I didn't want to see some like, fucked up
somebody's
shit.
gonna be watching this and they're gonna be like, "Oh, I want to see what they're talking about." Oh,
It's dog porn. Like dogs fucking girls and guys fucking.
Whoa!
dogs.
Like bestiality?
Oh, that's the word. Yeah, I was trying to find it.
I thought you meant just two animals having intercourse.
No. I'm talking about a dog fucking a girl and.
Please do not go to that website that Marcus told you to go to.
A human guy fucking a dog.
Says, do not Google part 132.
I thought you were showing it, and I'm like, we're gonna get fucking banned so fast, dude.
Look, watch. Come on, focus.
I can't read that.
Yeah, it's a lightsaber, dog. We see the lightsaber.
What if I gotta mute this shit. I fucking hate that noise. But it said, how can this site be allowed? Sad face.
It's probably
And I was
not.
at work when I seen it. It's like, yeah, I'm not gonna look it up because I don't want to see some scary shit of dogs getting fucked up.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a video of like that shovel dog shit that people pass around.
Oh,
those are some
like
videos that we should never see again. Like some 4chan ass videos. Mm-mm.
And that's what I thought it was. And I was like, I'm not looking this up at work. And then like we were sitting here talking about like online websites and shit. And I was just like, what's that? And Jesse was just like, let me see. I'm glad I didn't fucking see that shit.
Yeah, it's.
And now it's going to be on your search history. The FBI is going to be.
They're like, hello?
High five.
Shut up. Shut up.
Dogmovie.net. Yeah, and then the thing just says dog sex, free porn.
Great.
I don't like that at all.
All right. I think it's time to wrap this episode up.
On that note, thank you guys for
the
watching.
ending note of dog porn.
This has been Idiots Talking Candidly. I'm Dallas. That's Marcus.
Hi, Marcus.
That's Jesse down there. Jesse?
Hello.
Which way is this?
That's pointing to the nothingness.
Dallas. Jesse. Jesse's easy. You can't fuck that one up, can you?
It's like, what is it, like the Brady Bunch? Isn't that what the Brady Bunch is, where they're like, meet Rebecca?
I don't think they point, but they always like,
Mine's backwards again. On my screen, it's not backwards.
Oh,
How does
Jesus.
that make sense?
Wait, which is mine? Yeah, mine's the right way. This has been Idiots Talking Candidly. We do a podcast on twitch.tv/Idiots Talking Candidly every other Thursday. If you are watching this on YouTube, we would appreciate the like, the subscribe, and I lost my train of thought. You can find this video on youtube.com after the live stream at youtube.com, Idiots Talking Candidly podcast. You can follow our only social media. This is the only social media that we have. Twitter at Candid Idiots.
At Candid Idiots.
At Candid Idiots.
If you subscribe to YouTube, make sure to hit that motherfucking bell so that you can tell when we upload, guys.
Ding, ding,
Please.
ding, ding.
Otherwise, might get lost in the fucking ethernet of what we know the black hole of as YouTube.
Yes, it'll get lost and never to be found again. On that note, we will see you guys in 2 weeks.
We will. Thanks for having me as a guest, fellas.
Yes, it was
Thank you for
fun. We
being
need to
us.
have more
Jesse,
guests.
thanks for joining us. Goodbye, everybody.